Tafu by accidentally joining a cult because I was too polite to leave a dinner party. So, this happened a few months ago and I'm still not entirely sure how to feel about it. It's a mix of surreal, creepy, and honestly, a little bit of my own fault. But I digress. I have 29 moved to a new city for work and didn't know anyone. I'm a bit introverted, but I made it a goal to say yes more often, just to meet people. Enter Kevin, a guy I met at a bookstore cafe. We both reached for the same copy of House of Leaves, chatted, and he invited me to a small dinner thing his friends were having that weekend. Kevin seemed normal. Funny, charming, definitely not the robe-wearing type. I figured, sure, what's the worst that could happen? Spoiler, a lot. I show up at his house Saturday evening. It's not just a dinner, there are like 25 people there. But everyone is super friendly, offering me wine, shaking my hand, asking about my favorite philosophers. A little weird, but I thought maybe this was just an eccentric intellectual crowd. Then the ritual started. No joke, someone clinked a wine glass and said, "Shall we begin the offering?" I laughed, thinking it was a joke. Nobody else laughed. They all stood up and formed a circle. Kevin winked at me like, just go with it. And because I'm pathologically unable to make a scene, I stood up too. They started chanting. Soft at first. I couldn't understand the words, but it sounded like Latin? Or a knockoff fantasy language. It was like The Witcher meets Trader Joe's wine night. Someone brought out what looked like a handmade wooden idol. It had goat horns. I'm not making this up. Then they started passing around a plate with these tiny, raw-looking cubes of meat and a shot glass of dark liquid. Kevin whispered, symbolic only. Don't worry. At this point I had so many questions. Like, what was the meat? Was it meat? Why did it smell like iron and cloves? But again, social anxiety is a hell of a drug. So I took the shot and faked eating the cube by palming it like a magician with a coin. Then it got worse. They went around the circle saying what they would sacrifice for clarity. One woman offered her voice and said she wouldn't speak until the next full moon. Another guy said he'd give up caffeine for 30 days, amateur. Then it was my turn. I panicked and said, I'll give up Netflix, which got a few approving nods. Then Kevin added, he's new. A novitiate. The whole group hummed, like that was some sacred title. After the ritual, it went back to being a chill wine and cheese night like nothing happened. Someone even asked if I was watching The Last of Us. I left after an hour, claiming I had to let my dog out. I don't have a dog. Kevin texted me the next day saying they really liked me and I had great energy. He invited me back the next week. I never replied. But here's the weird part, ever since that night, I do feel kind of sharper. Like, my dreams are clearer. I started waking up without an alarm. My writing, I do freelance content work, has improved a lot, according to clients. I don't believe in that stuff, but it's weird, right? Anyway, that's how I might have accidentally joined a cult. And now I'm afraid if I unsubscribe from their mailing list, something bad will happen. Moral of the story, it's okay to say no. And maybe don't drink goat blood wine unless you really want to give up Netflix.